All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm coming at y'all today with a nice deck profile for Altergeist, one of my favorite decks of all time that I've played, and it's just getting better to me right now. It's one of the most, underestimated decks out there right now. Nobody respects it enough, and they always overlook it because of, let's say, Rocket, Eldritch, and Adamanticators and stuff. I think this deck can actually do very well against them. And I got some good surprises in here for y'all to see. So here we go. Let's get started with the deck profile. Starting off, we are going to play 3 multi-fakers. That is a definite gimme. You have to have 3 of her. Next, we got 3 Meliseeks. Meliseek is just very broken for Altergeist. Just being able to use her, attack into other cards, or attack your opponent directly, send their cards to the grave, or even use this card, link it away into Relinquished Anima, take one of your opponent's monsters with that. Just so many good ways to use this. So, next up is Altergeist Marionetter. Marionetter is a 3-of for sure. You definitely need 3 of her because she's a good Monster Reborn. She sets traps for you, and there's ways to use her and other cards to get out Multi-Faker turn 1, which is really good because that's automatic turn 1 Hexia. Next up, we got 2 Siliquitus. She speaks for herself, able to just bounce back one of your cards and then bounce one of your opponent's cards back to their hand. It can end a lot of games pretty quickly if they all depend on their normal summon or if you hit other decks at the very right time. Then we got our 1 Conquery. Just him with personal spoofing. There's a lot of attack negates and negating a lot of effects. So he puts in a lot of work whenever I play it. And then for the last of the monsters, I just have 2 Ash Blossoms in here just because, why not? It's good to stop people, but I also don't want to overflood my hand with hand traps. And that is it for the monsters. Let's go on to the traps. Starting off, we got 2 Protocol and 2 Manifestation. Protocol is always good to let you put it to where even if skill drains on the field, you can activate your card effects, your monster's card effects, and it goes through. So that's pretty good in Manifestation. Just being able to resummon monsters out of the grave, pretty dang good. And Siliquitus can add all these back to your hand if they are in your grave. Next up is a card I wish they would have gave the name Altergeist on, but Personal Spoofing. If they would have named that Altergeist Spoofing, it would be banned already. But it's not, so it'll never get banned, but it is great for us. Being able to just activate Manifestation, shuffle it into the deck, add Faker to hand, summon Faker, Silk, and then go off. You can do so much stuff with Personal Spoofing, and just being able to it's not a once per turn, so if you have 3 of them on the field, you can use all 3 of them that turn. So if you have Conquery in hand, all 3 of these on the field, you can negate 4 attacks in a row. And then you have Silk, bounce it back to hand, there's a 5th negate. It can be pretty darn good. I've had that happen a couple times before. Right, for right now, I only got 2 in perm, so I would have 3 of them, but I only got 2. So if you got 3, play it at 3. I only have it at 2, which I have other cards to make up for that until I get my 3rd one. Because that plus Faker can end up being game. Now next is a little bit of a solemn package. I only play 4 solemns, play 3 strike and 1 judgment. They're all pretty good, and they can come in clutch in certain situations when you need them. Next up, I got 2 compulsories, evacuation device. They come in really good hand, and you can also compulse one of your own monsters if you need to be able to summon out Faker, which is also pretty good. Next up, card that a lot of people still hate, and I'm so happy it got an upgrade, Crackdown. Looks so nice as a secret rare, and it does really good. I love Crackdown. And people don't like it when you can just take away their stuff, especially dinos. Just go ahead and crack down their own Ultimate Conductor, then attack all their monster, or then you have Conductor to link away, and then you can attack over all their other stuff. Pretty good. You also play one Imperial Order. It's just too good not to play because you need, it stops all the spells. So your opponent really can't do nothing if you're going against certain decks that are spell heavy. And then the last of the traps is a new one. I play 2 Ice Dragon's Prison, which is pretty good. Like it says, target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your field. Special summon it to your field, but its effects are negated. Then you can banish 1 monster from both players' field that have the same type as each other. You can only use it once per turn. So you're going against somebody playing a big Dragoon deck, they have a dragon in there, or they have a spellcaster in their grave. You go ahead and use this, summon out their spellcaster, then you banish the Dragoon and he's gone. And you can do that with so many other cards too, just to stop them. And once you do that, you get to summon out Faker with this if you haven't done it already. Very good. Now we're going on to the spells. You got 3 Pot of Extravagance, which is pretty good because you don't always have to rely on your extra deck. We got 3 Forbidden Droplets. I just have it in here as a filler for right now, but it's also good if you end up having to go second, because if you end up having to go second and stuff, then you can automatically use this and get over Dragoon, other stuff. And you can use, if you open this with, say, Marionetter and Faker, you get to make Hexia too. Because you use this, you send Faker to the grave so they can't activate monsters effects, target their Dragoon, Boral Sword, or whatever they got, Borreload, Savage. Half their attacks, they can't respond to it, the effects are negated. Then you get to use this. Then summon Marionetter, set a card, Marionetter summons out Faker, and there you go. And my last card, to where if you just open up this card plus Marionetter, nobody believed me when I posted this on the Altergeist Facebook page, but this card plus Marionetter is an automatic turn 1 Hexia. And that is Foolish Burial. You open up this, then with Marionetter, you send Faker to the grave, then you summon out Marionetter. Marionetter revive Faker. Faker summons out Meliseek. Then you link those 2 away for Hexia. You already have, like, say, Manifestation set off of Marionetter. Then Seek goes to the grave. Then you use Seek to add another Faker to hand. Then you set your back row. You have Hexia up. Then you activate, or you add a Conquery or whatever to hand. Then you activate Manifestation in your opponent's turn. Manifestation, summon out Faker. Then you summon Silk underneath Hexia. You got a pretty good board going first. But that is it for the main deck. Let's go on to the extra deck. I don't have everything in here. I'm still looking for a few cards that I need. I still need gotta find my Relinquished Animals. I don't know where they went. But tell me what y'all think about that or the main deck. It can be very threatening. So to start off, we got the Altergeist package for the extra deck. We got the 3 Hexia and the 1 Prime Banshee. Then, let me see. We got the Nightmare package, where we got Phoenix, Cerberus, and Unicorn, sorry. They can all come in clutch at certain times. Then we got the little Dogmatica extra deck just to get around them if they try to be annoying. Cyber Dragon Nova and Invoked Mechaba. Then we got some pretty good cards. We got Link Cross, Link Karibo, Salmon Great Almirage, and last but not least, IP Masquerena. They can all come in hand, and they can help you get up into Access Code Talker later on. Then for our rank 4s, we got Borreload, because he can get around Dragoon. He just takes Dragoon. He doesn't target or anything. He just takes someone and attaches it to himself, which is very good. We got Apollosa and Access Code, which are all great and ways to get into him. Access Code. Now, let's go on to our side deck, which can be pretty good. So I don't know where my third is of this, but I would be running 3 dimension shifters just because you're going first, you do your field and everything, set up what you need, then you automatically activate at the end of turn dimension shifter. So you didn't have to banish nothing on your turn, but now your opponent basically banishes everything or they just pass. And then once they pass turn, dimension shifter is no longer being applied, which is very good. You got 3 artifact Lancias. Speaks for itself. He's very good. He's banished the stuff he stops stuff from being banished, which is good. So you're going against Eldritch, have Lancia in effect. They can't banish to set to the field. Then you got 2 Dark Ruler no more. That's because it's good and everything. You need it, but it can still. You don't want too many of it, in my opinion. 2 evenly matched. I would have this at 3, but I only got my 2 right now. But it's still very good for what it does. We got 3 Twin Twisters, which they can help you with a lot of back row and just help you get around a lot of bull crap that you don't want to deal with. And last and final are 2 Nimbiros. Nimbiro's still, he's good for every deck. What can we say? Every deck, you need him. So real fast, I'm gonna go ahead and show you all that little combo I was talking about with Foolish Burial and Marionetter. Since some people don't believe me off of the group. So all you do, you open with just these 2 in hand. Summon Marionetter. Then you set Manifestation. Let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Set Manifestation. Activate Foolish Burial. You send Faker to grave. Then effect of Marionetter to target, send to summon. Faker's effect to special. Summon out Seek. Then link these 2 away. Summon Hexia. Then Seek's effect. Me, I just like adding Conquery just to be safe all the time. Add Conquery to hand. Then you pass turn. Then on your opponent's draw phase, activate Manifestation. Summon out Faker. Faker's effect. Summon out Silk. And there you go. Let's see, so you got 1 bounce, you got 1 negate. Still do a lot of stuff. And then it also just depends on what else you draw in your opening hand. You could have a whole back row set with it. Then you got battle negate, so they go to attack you, negate, seek, bounce back, bounce their other card they're gonna attack with back. They have another one, summon, negate, because he's not once per turn. So that's everything I got for right now with this deck profile. I'll probably do some test hands later on or do some matches with some of my friends to show y'all how good it can be. If y'all have any ideas of what else to add or take out, just go ahead and comment down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get this going to where I can do a lot more profiles for everybody. And y'all have a great week and stay safe. There's still some people out there having fun after Labor Day. So y'all stay safe and have a great week. Later.